Riverview Town was waking up to the peaceful atmosphere of a fall morning. The sky was a clear blue, and the leaves on the trees had turned shades of golden yellow and crimson. A light breeze was blowing through the streets, and the characteristic silence of the town was occasionally broken by the sound of tires from passing cars. Megan Frost was preparing for her first day as the new police chief of the town. She had served in various cities over the years, solving cases, each one carrying its unique challenges. Now in Riverview, a smaller town with a different atmosphere, she was taking on the same responsibilities. Megan's eyes sparkled with determination. Her black skin had always given her an identity, but also brought many challenges. Being a woman, having a different skin color, and reaching a high position showed that she had defied many prejudices. Yet, Megan had always overcome these biases with her calmness and professionalism. That morning, before meeting the townspeople, she planned to observe her team by walking around the town in civilian clothes. She reviewed the layout of the town and planned which areas to visit. Instead of wearing her uniform, she dressed in a simple jacket and comfortable pants. Her goal was to see firsthand how the officers interacted with the public and get a feel for the town's atmosphere. When she entered a small coffee shop, she caught the attention of a few people inside. Megan's calm presence exuded an air of graceful but firm leadership. After placing her order, she sat at a table by the window and started watching the view of the town. The calmness of Riverview was quite different from the large cities she had worked in before. Still, she believed that justice and equality should be upheld the same way everywhere. Sipping her coffee, she stepped outside and began walking toward a busy shopping center. This area of town was where people took care of their daily needs and socialized. Megan had found the ideal place to observe how her officers worked. She moved carefully, paying close attention to her surroundings. At the entrance to the shopping center, a police car parked nearby caught her attention. Inside, 2 white male officers were watching the people around them. Megan stood at a distance and began to observe their actions. Her eyes analyzed their behavior and posture, wanting to understand how they communicated with the public. After a while, Megan decided it was time to move closer. She continued walking toward the shopping center. However, just a few minutes later, one of the officers got out of the car and approached her. Megan had a good guess of what that sudden movement meant. "Hey, hold on a second," said the tall, stern-looking officer. Megan paused and calmly looked at him. The officer's attitude was more than a routine check. It seemed like they were trying to interrogate her. "Is there a problem, officer?" Megan asked, her voice calm with neither fear nor threat. The other officer standing next to him angrily interrupted. "We ask the questions here. Show your ID." Megan calmly took out her ID and handed it to them. The officers quickly glanced at the ID, but returned it without paying attention to the name. "Why are you here? Are you waiting for someone?" asked the first officer, his tone mocking. "No, just walking around," Megan replied calmly. The officer's behavior was getting increasingly strange. They began to make subtle threats. People around them were watching, but no one intervened. Megan thought about revealing her identity, but for a moment she hesitated. Revealing her identity was part of the test she had planned. She wanted to wait patiently before introducing herself. Maintaining her composure, Megan continued to observe the officers' movements. She was curious how far they would go. They were violating her rights, and she wouldn't forget it. After a while, one of the officers pushed further, saying he wanted to search Megan's bag. "Isn't this a bit much?" Megan asked, still calm but firm. "Don't try to teach us the rules," one of the officers responded sarcastically. At that moment, Megan took a deep breath and stood up. "I think you've misunderstood something," she said, pulling out a badge from her pocket and handing it to the officers. The officers froze when they saw the badge. Megan coldly added, "I'm Megan Frost, the new chief of Riverview Police Department. You're working under my supervision in this town right now." The officers didn't know what to do. Their stern expressions turned to panic. Megan continued speaking without taking her eyes off them. "So, this is how you treat citizens? You're neither following procedures nor showing respect, and you didn't even bother to check who I am before interrogating me." One of the officers took a deep breath and spoke slowly. "Chief Frost, look, we were just doing a routine check. This is, as you know, a regular procedure. We didn't know who you were, but this is a standard practice in our town." Megan continued, "From now on, before you act like this, you should think not only about your reputation, but also about this department's reputation. If you're wearing this uniform, you must wear it with honor every day. It's about what you do, not who you are." The officers lowered their heads, trying to internalize Megan's words. As people around them watched in disbelief, Megan took control of the situation. "Come to my office," she said to the officers, "right now." At that moment, Megan didn't need to say anything more. The officers remained silent, simply absorbing the weight of the moment and realizing how serious their mistake was. Megan took a deep breath and walked away from them, knowing there were bigger tasks awaiting her in the town. After the incident, Megan launched an internal investigation into the officers' conduct. The officers were temporarily suspended and subjected to disciplinary training. Megan's approach had given them a chance to accept their mistake and move forward on the right path. Megan realized that day she had tested both herself and her team. But more importantly, she had sent a message to the townspeople. Justice is for everyone, and those in positions of authority must uphold this responsibility. Megan overcame prejudice based on her gender and skin color through calmness and professionalism, demonstrating that justice must be ensured in every situation. By correcting the officers' disrespectful behavior, she taught that leadership is about ensuring justice, not using power to crush others. She also emphasized the importance of patience, accepting mistakes, and staying calm in challenging situations. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more exciting tales like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. With every new story, we'll continue bringing you more thrilling adventures. If you liked our video, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Also, if you want to see more, make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a new story.